Buffy versus Blade. Who would win in a battle? That is the question that's going to be asked on the very popular channel called Battle. And generally, I don't participate in these types of conversations like who would win in a fight, this person versus this person. Because just like Stan Lee said, it ultimately depends on who's the writer. If the writer wants a certain person to win, no matter what another character's feats are, they're going to figure out a way to have that person win. I mean, hell, just look at how many stories we got of Batman taking out way more powerful characters than him. But then in another story, he's being beaten up by regular dudes. But with that said, if you've been following my channels for any length of time, you know I am a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. I wouldn't be Black Gay Comic Geek if it wasn't for the influence of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So the fact that Buffy is even being brought up into the conversation, I was like, I had to jump in on this and give my opinion. I am sad to report, granted, I don't know how they're going to do it on the show, but based on what I know from Buffy and Blade, I am sad to report that if Buffy and Blade were to get into a battle, Buffy doesn't stand a chance. It's not even close. Now, with that said, what I said in the beginning still stands. If they want to have Buffy win, they're going to figure out a way to have Buffy win. I'm not sure if the win is determined by like whoever gets the most votes. In terms of like the lore of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the strength and speed of a Slayer has been wildly consistent. One moment we've seen Buffy bend steel bars. We've seen her, like when she worked at Xander's construction site, she was doing work by herself that it would take 10 men to do. We've seen her bend a rifle, but also at the same time, humans are able to keep up with and take out vampires. Like you think about the show Angel, that character Justine, I think that's her name. A lot of people thought she was a Slayer considering how easily she whooped vampires' asses. Or Xander, Gunn, Wesley, etc. All these human characters that are easily able to take out vampires. Not as easily as a Slayer, but they're not struggling as much. Let's even take another show with vampires, True Blood. Look how strong, fast, and powerful the vampires of that show are. And the older you get, the more powerful you are. I don't even see Buffy being able to compete with the vampires of True Blood, let alone a comic book character where even the most base tier superhero character is more powerful than anything we've seen in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And the most powerful person we've seen in Buffy the Vampire Slayer is Glory. I think Spider-Man would have an easy time taking out Glory. Blade at base level is stronger, faster, more durable than any feat that Buffy has shown on the show, but he's even more powerful after drinking the blood of comic book Dracula. So even just this one feat alone, since it is a battle, this is him turning into mist and entering the bodies of vampires and making them explode from inside out. What is Buffy gonna do against that? And that's just one power boost example. I don't want this video to go over 3 minutes, but yeah, I'm sorry, Buffy loses.